Hello friends, I'm back with a new interesting topic. First, let me tell you what is an allotrope. Allotrope is nothing but if you take an element, it can exist in more than two physical forms. Existence of two or more physical forms is called as allotrope. Let us consider a well-known example, that is carbon. If you take carbon, it can exist as graphite, diamond, fullerenes, etc. Do you know there is also another type of allotrope of carbon, that is only nanotubes. Let me introduce you about the carbon nanotubes. Entering into the topic, let me discuss about graphene. Graphene is nothing but in that structure, that is in that molecule, carbon is sp2 hybridized. Carbon atoms are sp2 hybridized and they are having a hexagonal structure. And this hexagonal structure, when you take it into a 2D form, a 2D structure is called as graphene. 2D structure, 2D sheet is called as graphene. When you roll these graphene sheets, it leads to the formation of carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotube is produced by rolling a graphene sheet into a cylindrical shape. This is the graphene picture. I already discussed with you about the allotropes. And next here you can see it is a pictorial representation of carbon nanotubes. You can see what the atoms are in hexagonal shape. They tend to form a hexagonal shape, and these hexagonal shaped carbon atoms are then rolled in order to form the carbon nanotubes. Okay, now let me tell you another important point. If you take the ratio of diameter of the carbon nanotube to the length of the carbon nanotube, it is 1 by 100. You can say the length is more dominant in the carbon nanotubes. Length is one of the predominant parameter in the carbon nanotubes. So considering this point, we can say we can consider carbon nanotubes as one-dimensional structure. Let me tell you about the properties. These can combine rigidly. That means the atoms are they are combined very rigidly. So when they combine rigidly, it is very much difficult to break the bonds between them. So it is very stronger. One point. And the other point is these are very flexible. That means you can easily fold it into the shape which you want. They are very flexible. And also these are hundreds of times stronger than steel. And since they are flexible, these are lighter. These are having unique electronic and mechanical properties. Carbon nanotubes are having very high tensile strength and they can withstand large strains also. If you take the compression strength, it is in the range of 100 to 150 gigapascals. These are also having high conductivity, chemical specificity, and inertness. Let me discuss with you later about the inertness of the carbon nanotubes. In SWCNT, electric conductance is ballistic. Okay, let me tell you a very important feature and interesting feature. What do you mean by electric conductance is ballistic? For example, if you send the electron from the one side of the carbon nanotubes, they can easily come back from the other end of the carbon nanotubes without scattering. That means almost scattering is zero. Scattering is zero. What do you mean by scattering is zero? Scattering is nothing but resistance. Scattering is zero, resistance is zero. If resistance is zero, what about conductivity? It is infinite. It is a property of a superconductor. That means these carbon nanotubes can act as a superconductors. Research is going on these carbon nanotubes regarding superconductors at a room temperature. Okay, these are also having photoluminescence properties. That means they can easily absorb light. Okay, let us discuss the types of carbon nanotubes. There are two types mainly. SWCNT, nothing but single-walled carbon nanotube, and next multi-wall carbon nanotube. What do you mean by single-wall carbon nanotube? By the name itself, we can understand single-walled, only one wall, only one tube. That means these graphene sheet, it has been rolled. Then such type of combination can be called as single-walled carbon nanotube. And next, the other is multi-walled carbon nanotube. Nothing but the individual nanotubes which are formed from the SWCNT, which are formed from these SWCNT. What happens? These SWCNT gets aligned themselves. They will be aligning themselves in order to form the multi-walled carbon nanotubes. Well, if they align themselves, then what is the bonding between them? You might get a question. They align themselves through the non-bonding interaction, that is, by the van der Waals forces between them, non-bonding interactions. Because of the presence of van der Waals forces, these gets aligned themselves and they form a stack-like structure. Because of the presence of van der Waals forces, these are very strong and these are very inert in nature, so that they will not combine with others easily. Next, one of the applications. Now we are coming to the last part of the carbon nanotubes, that is applications. If you talk about the applications, these are the strongest known metals, known materials. SWNT is nothing but single-walled nanotubes. These are the strongest known materials. So that's what they are used in the manufacture of reinforced plastic. Nothing but they are used in manufacture of reinforced plastic, car and aeroplane parts and sports goods. And also MWCNT is used in chemical sensors, conducting paints, hydrogen storages also. And next, why these are used? Because these are having very good heat and electrical conductivity. Because of that property, they are used in chemical sensors. Next, electrically conducting CNT films. These are used in LCDs also, touch screens and photovoltaic devices. Not only these films are also used for display in computers, cell phones, ATMs, etc. MWNT, these generate strong electrical field, and for this reason they can be used for electric motor brushes also. And next, CNTs are used for the treatment of cancer. The major application for the CNTs is this one in the medical field, that is, they can be used in the treatment of cancer. These are photoluminescence, they possess photoluminescence property, so they can easily absorb light from the infrared laser and then they destroy the cancer tumors. In that way, these are used in the medical field. These CNTs are also used in the water purification. They not only send or filtrate the particles which are of the diameter of carbon nanotubes, but also they can also filtrate the particles which are greater than the diameter of carbon nanotubes also. This is one of the properties. And next, these are also used in lithium ion battery. Mainly, multi-walled nanotubes are used, and also they are used in solar panels also. If you talk about carbon nanotubes in depth, there are two types, single walled, multi-walled. We already know. But if we talk in depth, single walled is of three types, armchair, zigzag, chiral. Multi-walled carbon nanotubes are purely metals, and single walled are semiconductors also. Armchair and zigzag are not chiral in nature. Only the chiral nanotubes is chirality in nature. This is the armchair. If you talk about the structure, it is in the form of a chair. For this reason, these are termed as armchair. If you talk about the zigzag, you can understand like this. These are in the zigzag manner. These chiral nanotubes are also called as chiral or helical. These chiral or helical is same as armchair, but this armchair is a little bit tilted. This is a picture of a multi-walled nanotube. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you got a very much knowledgeable information. Thank you.